Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof. Proof. Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof. Proof. Kick the truth to the young black youth. Proof. Proof.
I can see what you wanna do inside your eyes. I can feel your body move to the grind of mine. All I'm really trying to see is inside your mind. Let me do what I need to do to ignite your fire. I'm just trying to see what you wanna do. What you wanna do is completely up to you. Ladies absolutely know what they want, so I'm gonna give it to you. I can make your firework tonight. 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 Speak your mind, let your conscience direct you. While I touch your body from head to toe. Touching on your ear is an easy way to go. Direct your fist to please and not let go. To where you wanna be, just give me the key to unlock your desires, to unlock your fire. I'm just trying to see what you wanna do. What you wanna do is completely up to you. Ladies absolutely know what they want, so I'm gonna give it to you. I can make your firework tonight. I can make your firework tonight. I can make your firework tonight. I can make your firework tonight.
How's everybody doing? It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast show, and I go by the name of Sion 919. You just saying fireworks for my next guest, who's a vocalist. He's a singer. He's a songwriter. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's bring him to the stage. He goes by the name of PJ Brown. How you feeling, my brother?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. You got it. That
Good,
one right
good,
there.
good.
That one right there is really doing really good. That fireworks is a real
Hey,
powerful
yeah,
record.
yeah, yeah.
So
It definitely is, man. Definitely is.
yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites right there. So let me ask you, what inspired that record?
What really inspired that record, just really, I was in a new relationship, you know what I mean? And um, I was really trying to find that spark, you know what I
Right.
mean? And that fire, you know what I mean? And just really putting my all into, pleasing my woman. So, and
Yeah,
that's just the main objective of the song, you know what I mean? And just really giving them what they want, you know what I
right,
mean? So,
right.
so that was just my mindset, during the creation of that song.
Okay.
It was a very like sudden, motion with the song. I heard the beat and it was just really like, okay, this is what I'm going to tell her.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this is what I'm trying to achieve. You
And
know
you
what I mean?
definitely did it.
So, yeah. So I really just put my all in that and really, told the story how it was supposed to.
You definitely got that point across, and you definitely got that feeling, right? So it resonates with a
Yeah.
lot of people. It's like, yo, cuz it's like when you have that new love like that, you're excited. So
Right.
what was the recording
Right.
process like with that one? Was it an easy record to record, or was it harder?
It was a little bit of hard type record to record just because of different producers I was working with
Right.
at the time. It just wasn't lining up properly, you know what I mean? So I recorded it at my boy's actually his crib,
Oh wow.
in his closet.
Right.
And we just really went up in there and I heard the beat and I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna say. And we went over it. But the mixing wasn't able to be done. And, I was like finding it hard to be like, where am I going to get this mix?
Right.
I have these dry stems that are just so good, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it was like, where am I going to get this mix? And so actually working with my homeboy Fazarilli, Bambino, his stage name is Faze, but he put me on my dude Austin Schaefer. And so once that relationship had started, he went ahead and mixed that thing for me, and it was just real professional, and but he was like the best in Dallas that I knew of, what I mean? So so we went ahead and worked it out, and he mixed that thing, and I was like, man, it sounds beautiful.
Right, that's the thing right there. It's like, it does have that sound right there. So that's the important part.
Right.
A lot of people, they don't think about the mix. They get the first
They
mix.
don't.
They don't think about the master. So how important is that
Right.
in this business to have the master?
Man, to really achieve, and actually do a song, what I mean, is high quality that you need to have for even somebody to even take a listen to, what I mean, or an AR, or somebody who is actually out here doing this business, what I mean. It's just really, what they're looking for is not just all bars, talent, what I mean. It's like, what are you giving me, So like my main thing, and I'm a real person, when it comes to like me and what I do and how I do things, and really putting it as in how you put yourself out there, what I mean, and how you show like the first impression, So my first impression is trying to be, a perfect gentleman, what I mean, and trying to be who I am, and working it out in that way, and showing people like what I can be, what I mean. And but also with my music, it has to be high quality. What I mean? Like how am I going to show anybody, something that I'm working on and it's not, but it's just hard to reach that. What I mean? It costs a lot of money to do that type of stuff.
That's a fact.
What I mean? It's hard.
Right. So about how many hours do you think it took for the master?
It took I think he took about 4 hours actually.
About
Austin
4 hours.
took 4 hours
And that's with the
for
clean
that
already.
master.
And you say you had the clean stems and everything. So just
Yeah,
going in.
yeah,
So a lot of guys, I see
yeah.
them, they record it, they get a quick mix in the studio and they never go back. It's like that winds up being the song they put out. But like you
No,
said, that quality is what's going to set you apart right there. That's a big
yeah,
record right there. Not only is it a big
exactly.
record, you got a big video for it as well.
Right, right. And that was just inspired just from, what I was doing. And the video was great. It was shot by Devontae Howard.
Okay,
And he really brought it with, just putting my image on the screen, you know what I
right,
mean? So I really came into it like saying like, okay, I want two couples, I want to be the main, like sculpture of the
right,
relationship, you know what I mean? And I'm like kind of like directing on what's happening with them. And once I told him that, he was like, yeah, I got so many ideas. We're
right.
gonna have you on the rooftop, and we're gonna go to her place. And once and that was a hard process also, just finding two couples.
Right.
Luckily I was able to use one of my best friends, Shaniqua Jones, and her previous boyfriend, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was really great process, as in, I was able to work with my friends, even though before I was having a hard time just finding professional actors, you
Right.
know what I mean?
And it was
So,
organic.
right. And it was so organic, and I knew their relationship, and it was more of, I was able to really direct what I was trying to achieve, with me being on screen, every once in a while. And Devontae really did that very well with, just seeing what, I imagined. So,
Wow. So let me ask you, right? Because I know when you're coming up with the song, you hear it in your head, you have this in your
right,
mind, the way you want it to see, how you want it to look.
right,
So when you see the final version, you got the master now, you got the master version.
right,
So you got the final track. Now you got the visual for it. What was your first
right.
initial reaction seeing everything played back for the first time?
My initial reaction was, I was going crazy.
Right.
To be honest
Right.
with you, I was literally jumping off the walls. When I first saw it, and I'm a person of, I know that this might not be the finished product for me. You know what I
Right.
mean? But when I saw it, there was a couple of things here and there, but I was just super excited just to have that in my face. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like, and I still have that first one he sent me, you know what I mean?
Wow.
But we went over it, you know what I mean? And, really, chopped it up how it needs to be, did things that need to be done in the video. I have a lot of experience in that type of stuff, and
Wow.
just, really knowing what to look for. And, I focus on other music videos. And so I really knew how I wanted my transitions and different things like that. But he really just, I think he did it about two other times after that.
Wow.
So the third time we got it right. And that's what we got.
Yeah, double. I gotta send a shout
Hey,
out
the
to Iron Throne
scene,
Radio. Definitely salute
Iron
to her.
Throne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in the building. Yeah, salute to her. So that's definitely a big record right there. So when you seen it,
Right.
when you first heard it, before even the video, let me ask you:
Hmm.
when you first heard the record, did you know it was a big record? Sometimes we know we got one of
No,
them. Wow.
no. I actually, to be honest with you, I did not like the song. When I first created the song, I didn't like, when I would listen to it, I was like, this might be a little too cheesy. This might be a
Right.
little bit too, like, I don't know, because I'm really judgmental on my writing, and I'm really judgmental on like how I'm doing music, because I think of high quality.
Right.
And when I thought about the song, that was not my initial thought. I did not like it. I didn't know like if it was going to do anything really.
Right.
I just knew what direction I need to go with the song. You
Right.
know what I mean? And so I just put my faith in knowing what to do to get it popping. you know what I mean, and get it going, and actually put an actual music video to it, and actually have an idea for it and everything. So I just really use my common sense, you know, and what I know about the business and everything. So
Right, and that's the thing right there. So, all right, common sense ain't common for most people, right? So, like for the people that's new to the game and they're trying to break into the business, right? It's a process to break a record, to bring a record out. It's a rollout. So let's talk about that. Like, what was your rollout, and how did you learn about how to roll a record out? Because a lot of people, they just put it out, or they make a post and say it's dropping this day, but it takes a lot more than that to build a record out.
Right. Relevance. You know what I mean? Like, what's happening at the moment. The reason why I wanted to do Firework was because I can sell it any type of way. You know what I mean? Because it's fireworks. I can do it on July 4th. You feel what I'm saying? There's a place and time where that can just jump off on that day. You know, everybody's chilling. First of all, you got to know what your audience is doing at the time so they can actually look at you. You know what I mean? If you're on social media, you know what I mean, and you got to just make sure that your audience is online for you to go ahead and push that, you know what I mean, and just share the crap out of it. You know what I mean? And just really, you know, push all that and show them like, hey, this song is out now. But beforehand, I had to get them ready. You know what I mean? I had to get people ready. I had to talk to people, you know what I mean? I had to put money into advertising. You know what I mean? That's highly important, you know what I mean? And make sure that I'm pushing it to the correct people that I'm pushing it to, you know what I mean? And actually learning, you know, the business side of it. Learning from one of my friends in KO. He's like a mixing god out here online, you know. But he taught me, you know, to just like put $5 in a day. You know what I mean? Put $5 into, you know, you putting up a quality video, putting up the right information on top. I forgot what it's called. Dang it. But making sure your title and everything on the video is correct. Making sure it's like high quality, like what it's saying, you know, because my wife is in advertising. So, you know, she was able to help me and tell me, okay, well, you worded this wrong, or you didn't do this right, and or you're not really, you know, showing excitement, you know what I mean? So that all went into, you know, really processing and knowing like, okay, this song needs to go this way. I need to do this advertising at this point, you know, making sure that I'm continue to push it towards people and talk to them. You know what I mean? Responding on comments, like it's just as small as that. You know what I mean? Telling people like, hey, share my stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, like, come on, like you love the video, go ahead and share it for me. You know, and just being polite about it. And you know, that really took me a long way. You know, with the song itself, and really like my ads and getting all the love that I got from that. Really grew into where it's supposed to be. So I was very successful with the song, and continue to have the success from the song. You know, to be real with you, like people love that song.
They definitely will.
And getting replay value is what you need to do. That's what's going to make you money. You know, if a person can't replay your song over and over again, then you're not going to really be, especially online nowadays, you know what I mean? Like you're not going to be making it done, you know? So yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that right there, because that song Fireworks right there, that's like you said, that's a song that people could play anniversaries. You know, anytime somebody's dating, it's like, it could be in a movie. So good music, it don't expire. So like when I heard it for the first time, I knew like, yo, this record has the potential to really be a big thing, where it's like, you know, 10, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, people still playing that song right there. So let me ask, okay, because when you wrote it, you just wanted to impress your girl.
Right.
How does it
Well,
feel?
I didn't want to impress her. I just wanted to, I was caring about her needs, you know what I mean? And what I can continue to keep our spark going, you know what I mean? And that's what that really was, you know, it was like a different type of feel because I know that I'm going to keep my woman, you know what I mean? I knew that that's mine, you know what I mean? I actually prayed for her, you know what I mean? And that's, I know that that would never not be a thing, you know what I mean? So just really making the song was just really like, I want to be that firework for her, you know what I mean? And in different ways. I have it as in firework, I have it as in, you know, I'm going to make your firework, you know what I mean? There's different ways that you can portray it. So that's just what I was going with it. So.
You definitely did that right there. You said an important thing. You said I prayed for her. So how important is that when you're picking your mates and stuff like that? Like how important is praying and speaking and waiting, not just jumping in?
It was I'm be honest with you, you know, like it's like I wasn't good before, you know what I mean? And beforehand it wasn't just a thing to want to pray and wanting to be more of a better me, you know what I mean? So I like took like a vow of celibacy for like a couple of years. And when I really got fed up and I did not want to be alone and I knew my flaws and I saw what I was doing wrong in my life, you know, I just really asked God to send me somebody who will make me better, you know what I mean? That will improve my life, you know what I mean? Just as much as I can improve their life. And so that's really how that just grew because, you know, I have a very strong connection with the church, you know, when I was younger and that was just mainly, you know, what I was in and but, you know, just being able to talk to God and having my own personal relationship with him, I was able to find a better me and really, you know, find the person for me, you know what I mean? So, so that was, you know, very big in my life and very strong, you know, and still to this day, you know, we're still continuing to learn and we're like 2 years into being married, you know, and, you know, we're learning and creating moments. And like today, you know, we were taking the kids out to the pumpkin patch, you know what I mean? So just creating those moments with her, and it's just a delightful thing, you know, to know that that person's for me. So
that's a beautiful thing right there. And that's the thing. Everybody wants that. So it's like, yo, we all have experienced, or we did. If we haven't experienced it, we done dreamed about it. So
exactly.
So that's definitely a good thing right there. So let's take it back to the beginning, right? Because I hear you say you was in the church and stuff like that. So like, when did you first know that you wanted to sing or knew that you could sing? And how did that happen? How did you get into music?
Actually, when I first started singing, you know, I didn't know if I could sing or not. I really didn't have an ear for it, you know, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But, you know, I was always led to the choir, you know what I mean? So I was actually trying to start with, you know, drums. But then I was like, oh, I'm not too good at drums. Let's just go ahead and go to singing. You know, that might seem a little easier. You know, I could just be an easy tenor, you know what I mean? So, so like once I really, you know, I think I was about 13 or 14. No. I was younger. I was probably about 11 or 12. When I just, you know, realized I was like, yeah, this is probably, you know, like where I want to be. But I actually, when I actually started getting confidence in it and, you know, really trying to talk to the choir director, and I'm like, hey, you know, I want to go, I feel strong about doing a solo or something, you know, and just really wanting to, you know, do it. And they pretty much denied me of it, you know what I mean? And denied me of wanting to actually do that. So
Right.
because of that, I was like, man, forget that. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can go into school choir. So I kept trying that. I kept trying with theater. Actually, I actually went into theater first.
Right.
Actually doing like musicals like Aladdin and different stuff like that. So I was like in the background, and I was like, I want to be the lead. So, I was really just trying to strive for something more when I was, in that moment. And, I would do auditions, and, I would, be practicing and really trying my best. But it wasn't really until middle school where, I went to Jackson Middle School, and in the middle of the year, because I was in football and I was in theater. So like I was hard in football, you know what I mean? And that's what it was mainly about at that time. But I never really liked football. That was just never me.
Wow. What position did you play?
I played center, left guard, and right tackle.
So
and I had a choice. Yeah, so I had a choice of what I wanted, because I'm like 6'7", 400 plus pounds, right now. But I was big back then, you know what I mean? So I would lay dudes out. You
said 6'7" right now. 400 pounds.
Yeah, 6'7". Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so just going through that. And then once I got into classes at Jackson, I went ahead and got there half of the year, and the only thing that was available was choir. So I was like, well, let's go ahead and do it, And once I got up in there, and my teacher, Miss Davis, she really like molded me and really was like, okay, look, this is what we need to do. I hear your voice. You have such a high voice, and such a very low voice, but it's so powerful and it's not controlled. So that was really how that went. And I was like, okay, that's probably why they were like, we probably don't want to, deal with you. But I didn't know how to use my voice. You know what I mean? I didn't have that training, you know what I mean? So she was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. And once I started going to classes, I really started developing, who I was as a vocalist, and really putting, that real grunt into it. And, even though I had that very loud voice, I had to learn how to tone it back, because I was in a choir of, 16, and, I couldn't like overpower everybody, and there'll be days where I'll be singing the soprano part because like 3 of our girls are missing, you know what I mean? And then I'm like loud enough to even, carry the whole soprano, and so, just really doing that and really being involved in choir, and, getting involved more into my high school years, where I was doing show choir and different stuff like that. It just really, gave me that foundation of, learning music, I mean, really learning. And, at night, I would just have like headphones on and just listening to the same song over and over again, because I had to go ahead and perform that next Saturday. You know what I mean? So, so I was really pushing it when I was younger, until I actually moved out to Irving, and I was away from what I was naturally doing. So from there, 9th grade and half, I was like out in MacArthur in Irving, and it just kind of crumbled. I was just not doing music. I wasn't able to be in choir because I wasn't like going to classes, and I was skipping classes and everything. And it just really evolved to, okay, I'm just going to try to just skate through and like see where I'm at the end. You know what I mean? So like it just went downhill from there. So once I really, buckled down, and I was just like, I'm just trying to get out of high school as quickly as possible, and so I went to a charter type school. And after that, I went to college for theater. And then once I failed that, I went ahead and went to musical theater at Katy Conservatory. And so just really, building, myself in those different situations, even though I, didn't go through and actually, pass through it. You know what I mean? I learned things.
Right.
I picked up things. I was able to use my ear. I was able to hear where I was supposed to go. But just going through all that just really helped me with, the choirs I was in,
Right.
through the musicals I was in. I've been through a lot of musicals. So one of my main known ones were Shrek the Musical. So
Right.
I was actually the dad. So
Oh wow, in the musical.
Yeah. So just because of how big I was, and like it has a complete solo at the beginning. So that's just my type of thing. So yeah.
So all right. So let me ask you. Okay, back then, right? So you were singing the leads and stuff like that. You're in theater, right? Looking back now, right? Like you said, you touched on it a little bit. Like, how has that helped you in the long run on your career? And like, the things back then, like you said, you was holding the lead for the soprano section when they were not.
Yeah.
When they were. Wow. So that means you have to have different controls. So it's almost like, you can. Right. You have to have that control.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Just controlling, my vocals,
Right.
and knowing how to use my instrument, what I mean? Because this is an instrument.
Right.
Like, and I feel some type of way when somebody says it's not, what I mean? And then they diminish it as in like it's not, worth to be paid for. What I mean? Like I feel like choirs should actually be paid for that. What I mean? Just like a regular guitar player, what I mean, or a piano player, or like they're just as much, like this is just as much as a tool as that. What I mean? And you have to take care of it. You have to make sure it's at its top notch every day, and especially if you sing every single day, you got to really just practice as much as possible. And it just upsets me, that it's not seen as the same light as a person that's actually using the instrument. But as in me and how I took in my career is that I feel myself as value. Like this is valuable. What I mean? This is my bread and butter. So I'm going to make sure that my worth is known. What I mean? Make sure that if somebody asks me for a feature, this is the actual price. I actually lost out on the feature because I didn't charge enough. You know what I mean? And it could have probably been a really big feature for me. You know what I mean? But just because I didn't charge enough, I lost out on it, and he didn't take me seriously as an actual performer. What I mean? And the actual vocalist. You know what I mean? So that's like different things that I had to learn.
Lessons,
but but actually learning those things and being persistent when I was younger, and just really showing up for myself and actually doing the things I need to do, definitely structured how my life is now with my vocals. Just making sure that it is warmed up, just making sure that, I have complete control, because, there's times where like right now, like I'm low-key sick, what I mean? Like,
oh, wow.
but I still push through it just because I keep exercising my voice. But like now, because I'm just getting at the end of being sick. When I was actually like super sick, I was doing TikTok videos. If y'all don't know, follow me on TikTok at PG Brown Music. You feel me? But I'm doing videos on there, and they're taking off or whatever, and I'm like dying inside.
Why you doing it? They don't know though. They can't tell.
They don't know.
Right.
They don't know. What I mean? But that's just me exercising it and just always, putting it at its strain just on regular days. You know what I mean? And just really exercising what I'm doing. So it really helps when I am sick or if I'm not sick. But like now I'm like just getting over it, but I can't find where I'm supposed to go. You know, I can't find in my voice how I'm supposed to do because I'm like still choking up stuff. You know what I mean? So,
I definitely understand. I
so,
definitely
but it
understand.
definitely helps.
So if you had to pick, right, what part of the process do you enjoy the most? Would it be the writing? Would it be the performance? Or would it be the recording, the writing, or the performance?
I would have to say the performance.
The performance.
Everything else is a lot of work. You
Right.
know, you have to be focused. You know what I mean? When you're doing things like this, you know what I
Right.
mean? And you want to make sure you're saying exactly what the audience is needing to hear. You know what I mean? So I always find it as a little bit of work for me, you know, just to
Right.
make sure I'm saying the correct things, making sure I'm doing the correct things, just as what I'm doing with my voice. And, you know, I'm very judgmental of myself. So I apologize. But
Nah, you get
that's
you get
just, but that's just what I do, as in to make sure I have the best thing that I do have. But just really showing myself like, okay, this is where I'm at. This
right.
is where I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? This is where I'm tracked to, and I need to make sure I stay on that track. But as in just performing, dude, and just really being able to be like, I already did that work. This is what I have. I'm going to
Right.
give it my all. This is like the strength of what my foundation is. And that just gives me like the biggest high. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Now I can imagine.
Especially like that's just the biggest high. And I, you know, I feel myself. And that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so people can hear that confidence in yourself, you know, but
Right.
that's definitely the end goal, the really the shebang for me. So
Yeah, I definitely
yeah.
understand that. So if you had to pick, what song is your favorite song to sing and perform?
Um my favorite song, um I would have to say um You Should Let Me Love You by Mario. I know it's not one of my songs.
Right.
Um but it's such a great and simple song, you know what I mean? And I really feel like I can, you know,
Do it
do
justice.
whatever with it. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
Like I can go whatever, you
Right.
know. So
So let me ask you, if I was to put you on the spot, would you do something now or not? You ain't doing nothing right now.
yeah, man, like definitely. Let's see. Yeah, I'll definitely do a little something.
Okay.
uh You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Oh, baby, good love and protection. Make me a selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me love you, love you, love you, love you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope right
Yeah.
there. And like you said,
Yeah.
you can play with it. You can do it any kind of way you want.
Oh, whatever. Like
Yeah.
I love the cadence of what he's saying. You know, I love how he delivers it. It's just a real simple, easy song. You know, I've always fell in love with that song ever since I saw it. The music video is dope. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So like
Right.
that thing is just like firework. You know, it's just
Right.
just a you can watch it anytime. You can listen to it anytime, and it just
Timeless music.
hits.
Timeless
Right.
music. So let me ask, when you
Right.
picking your beats, what's your creative process like? What draws you into a beat and what type of sounds do you like?
What draws me into a beat is um, if it gives me space to do what I need to do.
Space.
That's probably my biggest thing. especially, working with my boy D Dilts. He's my exclusive producer that I only work with when it comes to my beats. And so it's just really simple things that I really like. Just original type of, just something like just that I can just fill the space in and do my own thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a big guy that's trying to, hear all this or hear all, you know what I mean? So I'm more of a R&B, like old time feel, but I'm getting into like other things as in, like more electric music and different stuff, but I like it as simple as possible. So, so if it cannot do as much work as I'm doing, then that's great with me. You know what I mean? So
that's what compete with.
That's what I'm looking. Right. Exactly. Because my voice is so distinct. You know what I mean? So I really like things that will complement it instead of me complimenting the beat. You know what I mean? So so I just like to carry myself when it comes listening to the beat and really now if I hear like a fire beat that I just can't turn away, that is just so good that I just gotta be on it, I would try to overpower that feeling and try to get like a better song. You know what I mean? So just really working on finding that balance with the beat. So
yeah, that makes sense right there. So let's talk about Unwind, because you got a song called Unwind.
Yeah.
What inspired Unwind, and what was that process like for that song?
Unwind. That's kind of was my smoking song. When I used to chief up, you know what I mean?
Right.
And when I wrote Unwind, it was just a real like moment of like, I'm just chilling, you know what I mean? Like, but if you test me, like I'm gonna like I'm gonna fuck something up, you know what I mean? So I smoked to, really just calm down, and chill out and not be the other person that I don't want to be, you know what I mean? So so at that moment when I was going through that, that was just, the main objective of this song, saying I'm smoking it up. Yeah. So I won't fuck something up, so trying to clear my mind. Yeah. So that was just really that, that just I'm smoking, I'm chilling. And then, I wanted a bomb ass rapper on there. So my homeboy FaZe, he is a spitter, like like he is a spitter. So really getting with him and I was like, look, bro, I got this hook, I need you on it. Right. And we were already chilling and we were already in the studio and we were already doing things together. But when I came to him with it, I was like, look, bro, this is what I'm trying to do with this. I need you to be just going off on that hoe, you know what I mean? But he did deliver, you know what I'm saying? He went ahead and delivered on the song. And he really, brought his way of creating the story also, you know what I mean? So because he's a great storyteller and all of that. So I was pleasure to actually see him created, and he's just such a great rapper inside the studio, just as much as I am when I'm in the studio, and he's just really, that energy is there. It pops, it grabs you. So this song was just a pleasure to be working with him on it. And it just created a space for us.
It definitely came out good. So I'm gonna have you introduce it right quick, and we're gonna jump into that right quick.
Yeah, well, this is Unwind by PG Brown and featuring FaZe Really Bambino, my boy FaZe.
All right, here we go.
Said I'm smoking it up. So I don't fuck something up. Trying to clear my mind. That's what I need to unwind. Said I'm smoking it up. So I don't fuck something up. Trying to clear my mind.
Look,
That's what I need to unwind.
out of the hole. I said I've been rolling them back to back. Buy the sweets, buy the box, we don't buy the pack. Must have been on the first time that I bought a sack. Blew the bag and I about had a heart attack. Yeah, my shit got a racing. Damn, they thought I had went crazy. Now Mary Jane and my lady wouldn't quit if they made me. Couldn't even stop if they paid me. I swear that she fucking amazing. Only when I wanna be with on a long day. Gonna roll that bomb, baby, let the song play. Got me waiting for the smoke like a conclave. Big giant ass blunts like Andre. Shit, I be feeling like I'm Kanye. Ride slow, homie, cause I got this big bag of this dope on me. Plus a bad little bitch tryna joke on me. I'm so raw that they thought it was coke on me. Where the smoke on me? Need a bag of that reefer, a bag of that indica, bag of sativa. Got half on the second, it's gas at the ether. Passive is trash and he loud like a speaker. Pounds of that Sheba. Ooh, granny find out she gon' send you to rehab. She swear I'm hanging out in the speed lab and weed's bad.
Said I'm smoking it up. So I don't fuck something up. Trying to clear my mind. That's what I need to unwind. Said I'm smoking it up. So I don't fuck something up. Trying to clear my mind. That's what I need to unwind.
Yeah, that one right there. That's definitely one of those
Yeah.
vibes right there. That's one of those
It
that you
is.
zone out to.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
It
what was the
is.
response to that record when y'all finished that? When you put it out, what was the response from the people?
I was chilling with it. I was like I was already like super high. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, turn up. This is what I'm talking about. So that just really evolved, you know, like because FaZe, you know, I really respect his artistry and what he's, you know, put me on, you know what I mean? And just talking about as in quality and making sure that, you know, I'm putting out that quality content that I need to put out. You know, I think he made the beat. I'm pretty sure he mixed it and everything else. But just how he puts out his music and how, you know, he just respects the business, you know what I mean? And I was just, you know, seeing that as like, okay, I need to do that shit too, you know?
Right.
So, you know, he put me on game, you know, and really, cause he was the one that put me with, you know, Austin Schaefer when, you know, I started with Firework, you know what I mean?
Right.
So he just really put me on game. And once I learned that song and we did that song, I was like, yeah, this is where I need to go. This is the type of quality that I'm looking for. This is, you know, what I've been trying to search for myself, you know, because I was going from studio to studio, you know, and just, you know, really trying to find my way. But yeah, so yeah.
Let's talk about that, right? Because it does make a difference. The engineer makes a difference in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the importance of the engineer and finding a studio that fits you.
Right. So comfortability is such a big thing for me. You know what I mean? Being able to be comfortable and hear myself. If I can't hear myself or I can't hear myself in the headphones, it's a no-go for me. You know what I mean? Like it's a no-go. Like I gotta be comfortable. I gotta be able to hear myself. So you know, a couple of things that when I was, you know, hopping from studio to studio was just, you know, actually feeling comfortable when I'm in there recording. Actually, you know, feeling the vibe, you know, because if homeboy ain't cool with me, you feel what I'm saying, I'm not gonna be able to, you know, vibe the correct way because I'm not feeling like you're gonna do it correctly. So you know, I just, you know, I choose as in how I feel comfortable with it, who I'm doing it with. Like now it's just me and my boy D Dilts. And I record with him, and he's able to, create the vibe. He's able to do what I need him to do. He's able to be professional about it. I'm able to see like what he's doing. You know what I mean? So that's always a big thing for me. Is just making sure I'm comfortable.
Right. That comfortability definitely helps your creative process, and it's like helps you flow more versus tension in the air. Then you're giving somebody the money for them to do it, so that definitely don't help. That don't help either. So you want somebody that believes in the sound and believes in you as well, so that they'll put their best in it, and their name is on it too. Even though it's the artist's song, it still says engineered by or mixed by, mastered by. So you definitely want to put your best foot forward.
Yes, and that's what I do as an artist myself. You know what I mean? Like when I'm creating a project, I feel responsible to go ahead and let people know like who's doing this.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not just me. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not the one mixing it. You know what I mean? I'm not the one that's creating the promos for it and stuff like that. I feel like I have to give the credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? Definitely. To these people and also to help their business also. You know what I mean? Just because you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of artists. If I post something up and they see it's mixed by Schaefer, Austin Schaefer, then he's going to get some clientele just because of me giving him a shout out, or me just really putting my best foot forward, and hey, these are the people I'm working with. You should work with them too, because you see the content I'm getting out. You know what I mean? So it definitely is a give and take, and just really putting your best foot forward with it. So
okay, and that you have the Fee out right now. That's the new single, right?
Yeah, Fee is a new single. Fee is a new single. I really enjoyed this single.
All right. Definitely so what was the backstory to the Fee?
Fee. To be honest, Fee is more of kind of like an ego thing for me. Right. Just because I feel like I should be paid my worth. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like this is, what I'm trying to pave for myself and my family, and, futurely just be able to provide with it. You know what I mean? So, as much money as I put into my business, I would expect it back, as in if I'm working with people, or if I'm, in an arrangement with somebody, as in, there should be funds that should be given. You know what I mean? So this song was really like, okay, like there's a fee. Like pretty much simple as that.
I didn't long enough. That's it.
Right. Yeah,
I think I heard somebody say yesterday's price is not today's price.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? So just to be real about it, and that was just the creation of the song. I heard the beat when my boy D Dilts made it. And I really just that's just what came out. You know what I mean? Because I was fed up at that point, because there's been a transition moment, as in, I'm really like putting my all into this, and actually learning a lot of new things recently. So my quality of work is reaching to a point to where it needs to extend more. You know what I mean? So to only do that, I need to have the money for it and be able to create and pay for it. You know what I mean? Because I'm an independent artist right now. You know what I mean? So I'm not able to do the things that, I'm able to do without, jeopardizing my lifestyle and my home. You know what I mean?
Sacrificing. So, you're making a lot of sacrifices for your dream. That's going to pay off. But a lot of times people don't realize it's like a lot of money comes out. So like you said, it's like I'm investing. Waiting, you know the payback is coming. But it's like in the meantime. Right. So we're gonna jump into that real quick. And that's Fee. Ooh. That's the new single, right?
PJ Brown.
PJ Brown, the new single Fee. available on all platforms. We're about to jump into it.
Who the fuck is D-Dills?
All that money for me, I don't be working for free. If you wanna ride, then there's a fee. I put that all on my team, yeah. I put that all on my team. I put that all on my team, yeah. I put that all on my team. I put that all on my team, yeah. So you wanna ride with me? Spend some time with me. See, money talks, money walks right into my jeans. Why she tryna feel on me? She's a fiend, searching for cheese, chasing dreams, fueled by greed. So back up, baby. You're a gold digger daily. You got 12 niggas on the line and 6 babies by your side. I don't fuck with you, and you shouldn't fuck with me. I know I got bread, but there's nothing for you to see. All that money for me, I don't be working for free. If you wanna ride, then there's a fee. I put that all on my team, yeah. I put that all on my team. I put that all on my team, yeah. I put that all on my team. I put that all on my team, yeah. All that money for me, I don't be working for free. If you wanna ride, then there's a fee. I put that all on my team, yeah. I put that all on my team. I put that all on my team, yeah. I put that all on my team. I put that all on my team.
That's another banger right there. Have you had the chance to perform that song? Have you performed that one yet?
Not yet. I'm really excited to perform that one. That's just a good feeling, type song, just really pulling it all out there, I just created it as in just very light, you know what I mean? Nothing way too serious. It was just like, hey, I'm just trying to get my fee. So I do plan on working on the music video. I have an idea of where I want that to go and how that needs to happen. So.
Okay, so when can they expect the video? Like, would it be this year? Are we looking at 2022?
We're probably looking at 2022. Because there's different things that I really want to do. First of all, I really want to get a taxi. So I'm really I'm still very much searching on how I can go ahead and get a taxi. So there's just different things that I want in production wise to really achieve with this one. And I really want to put my all into it and just really bring it out. You know what I mean? And I'm just hoping to just make sure everything aligns together. I get the right videographer. I'm just talent scouting and trying to see where I need to lay my ducks at. So
all right, that's the thing right there. That's definitely another catchy song right there. Definitely. Are you thinking about radio promo? Like, what's the rollout for this one, and what's the different? Like, it's a different type of vibe. So, are you going in the same way when it comes to the rollout and the promo?
I did go about the same way, and I didn't do my promo as in ads and everything. I wasn't able to, but I still pushed it. As in towards my my audience that I do have on TikTok, just making sure I'm letting people know that it's out, just doing the legwork on it, just making sure that they know about it. Also, putting it on different things, like review shows and just seeing what people think about it. And, that really does definitely help, and just really creating my audience for it.
Right. And that's the thing right there. Nowadays, we got so many apps right now. You say TikTok, right? TikTok is a way. It's definitely a tool right there. Outside people, they're thinking just Facebook. A lot of people, they may say just exclusively Instagram. No. I'm doing Twitter, but you got to advertise on all of them. So let's talk about the advantages of TikTok. Let's talk about some of the advantages of TikTok right now.
So some of the advantages of TikTok, they are super engage friendly, like it's just the engagement is high. What I mean? People are going to like it or not. You know what I mean? They're going to comment on it or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unlike Facebook, where Facebook algorithm is like really tricky and you got to make sure you do the correct things, or you can't say this or you can't say that, or you got to be, you know, this type of way. You know, it's for TikTok, it's just really simple. You know, you post a video up and people like it or not, you know, and their algorithm is if people are liking it, you know, and by a percentage, and then they'll go ahead and bump it up. You know what I mean? And bump up the views and everything. So it's just very beneficial with the engagement. You know, I'm able to get more followers, you know, that, you know, want to see me, you know what I mean? So it's very nice to actually be able to get that engagement that I don't get on other, you know, sites, you know what I mean? And also, you know, the short videos, people times, you know, their attention span is just out there, you know what I mean, these days.
Right.
So, you know, I'm able to just go ahead and do it like a 60-second video, you know what I mean? And then, you know, it reaches people, you know what I mean? And they replay it and replay it, or, and it has the replay value, you know what I mean? Because TikTok, you know, if you're just sitting on something and you're just like looking at it, you can just keep looking at it over and over again because it just repeats itself. So it definitely helps with replay value also, you know what I mean? And so it just has a different type of feel than other things that I've used. And it just really is for the user, you know, and the creator, you know. So I just really enjoy it way better than Facebook, because I was heavy on Facebook, you know. I was heavy on Instagram. Right. Yeah, it's different. You know what I mean? I even try to do a little review show myself, you know what I mean, and everything else. I didn't have the tools that I needed to do it successfully, because, you know, I'm all about quality. So if my stuff don't look right, you know, like I feel like, so, you know, I just really went towards those and, you know, tried my best with those, and it just didn't work out that well, unless I was doing an ad, which is very important. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, them ads are important. You know what I mean? So I still do ads on Facebook and Instagram, you know what I mean, when I do promo. And it definitely does help, you know what I mean? But, you know, being able to just go on something, do a little 60-second video, and then I'm like, ding, 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 ding. My stuff just blowing up, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like everybody's liking it, everybody's doing different stuff with it. You're able to like duet with other creators who already have so many followers, so you're able to jump on stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's that. Look, I'm giving too many gems over here.
That's the thing. It opens the door. It opens the door.
Right. So just, you know, jumping on people that already got, you know, hello followers. You know what I mean? And the whole algorithm of TikTok is just beautiful to me, to be honest. So, yeah.
And that's the thing, it's working for you. And that's the thing, is like, you got to find your niche which works. So you found a niche over there, and it's like, yo, there's nothing wrong with that. There's some people that may say, I can't get nothing going on TikTok. They probably have to figure it out. It's like different. They're probably trying to do TikTok like they would do Instagram. But it's like each one is different. So like you said, the story, the 60 seconds, you get their attention, bring them in. You got them with that, the replay value. So they go back to duets. That's kind of like cross promoting, doing the duets. Is
pretty much.
Right. So
and then like once, like in between that, you know what I mean, I'm able to go ahead and post, you know, it doesn't get as many, you know, likes or whatever, but I'm able to, you know, promote like feed. Like I promoted feed on TikTok, and, you know, I was able to get a, you know, couple of followers and you know, a couple people that liked it, you know what I mean? So I was able to get people to listen to it, you know what I mean? Just because of that, you know? So in between those videos, I'm able to promote my own stuff and be able to grow my own business, you know what I mean? So it's definitely been helping. So
it's definitely beneficial to the brand right there. So let me ask you, with COVID and everything going on, were you affected by COVID any, or did it not affect you?
It didn't affect me. Just, I don't mean as in just me personally.
Right.
I mean, as in my household, it didn't affect us too much. I was able to work from home, and my wife was still able to continue her job.
Right.
But my mother was affected by it, but she got better and was able to beat it and everything.
Right.
But no, I wasn't really affected by it. It actually helped me a lot. It
Right.
helped me to focus a lot,
Right.
because I wasn't going out, I wasn't doing things, I wasn't trying to be out there,
Right.
So I was able to really focus on things that can benefit me at that moment, what I
Right.
mean, and what can really make me successful in the key things, what I mean. So
Right.
just social media, you don't gotta do too much with that. You
Right.
just got to be at home on your phone. What I
That's
mean?
it.
So I definitely use that to my advantage, during COVID, because everybody was on their phone, everybody was doing their thing. So that was my time to go ahead and really push and really add value to myself.
Right.
So
So we're in the fourth quarter now. This is the end of the year.
yeah.
Right. What can people expect from PG Brown? Fourth quarter.
Okay. So fourth quarter. Um, I'm trying to do live shows more.
Right.
So I'm getting back into performing live. Hopefully, and I'm just saying this, early and everything, hopefully I can get a performance in December with Insomniacs, their
Right.
group that I'm with, Insomniacs Entertainment,
Right.
that I'm currently working with. So I'm trying to see if I can go ahead and perform in Arkansas. So
Wow.
end of the year, I'm trying to get a performance out. I'm also trying to um, really get my followers up so I can start going live on TikTok, so they can look forward to that.
Right.
I will be really pushing it on the lives once I'm able to, because you have to have 1,000 followers. So
Right.
that is one of my goals at the end of the year. So
1,000 followers.
1,000 followers, and I just start small so I can, grow and be bigger. Goals are
Right.
very important. So I try to really stick with them and really reach that. So hopefully we can really look forward to me being on live more. Let me see. I definitely probably won't be releasing as much music,
Right.
just because I'm trying to focus on um, doing things with actually performing. I'm really starting to work on different schedules on possibly a tour next year. Music probably won't be
Right.
as
In the forefront. Right. It could be other.
plentiful. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
In the
Now I
fourth
definitely
quarter,
understand that.
but just be looking forward to the brand growing. I will be, showing my face a lot more often,
Right.
and just really putting my best foot forward on, pushing the music that I already currently have, but also creating things on TikTok. I'm really starting to think of some ideas that I can't really give out too
Right. Now
much,
you can't
but
give him everything.
uh, right.
Right.
But there's just things that I'm about to start implementing towards my brand and re-imaging myself, as in just getting things ready and prepared for 2022. So,
I understand that. So let's break down the Insomniacs right quick. Let's break that down. What's that
right.
all about? What's the Insomniacs about?
So Insomniacs, they're actually a collective of artists, producers, and different things, directed by my boy Dakota. He is pretty much pushing different artists, and really, getting them shows, getting them different things for local artists,
Right.
that he's providing for them, and really showing up for them. You know what I mean, and
Okay.
really helping them as we grow together. You know what I mean. But he has a select few artists that he is working with. that he is just really, prepping up for greatness. You know what I mean? So it's not like a label per se,
Right.
but he definitely shows the support to local artists in a big way. So
Okay.
yeah, so he's just really giving us the tools that we need to go ahead and grow as an artist. So
Okay. And it's definitely coming together. Again, let's shout their name out
yeah,
again for those that may not have missed it the first time. What did you say the name of the
yeah,
company was?
Insomniacs Entertainment.
Insomniacs
So
Entertainment. And that's in Texas as
yes.
well?
I think Dakota is located somewhere else,
Okay.
not in Texas. I think I forgot where he was, but he's not located in Texas.
Okay.
No.
So let's talk about songwriting and stuff like that. What inspires your songs?
hmm
Like how did you hone your craft when it comes to songwriting?
For songwriting, I really try to listen to other songs. I really try to replicate like what works. You know what I mean?
Right.
What doesn't work. Um, because I don't feel too confident about my songwriting. Just as in, I know better songwriters, you know what I mean, that I
Right.
really mess with.
Right.
But also, learning from them too, about like just repetition. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just really continue to keep doing it. I keep writing. I keep trying to create a story. So that's my main objective when I first start writing, is just to go ahead and start trying to create a story. It's not the time to start rhyming. It's not the time to start anything else. You know what I mean? It's
Get the
just really
plot.
about, yeah, get the plot. Let's go ahead and get the story out. These are the points I need to go ahead and hit. So when I'm listening to a beat, that definitely helps. You know what I mean? Just because I can hear the story inside the beat. You know what I mean? And people people do not understand that at all when I say it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I can literally hear the story, from what the beat is telling me. You know what I mean? Because it has its own artistry in it. You know what I mean?
Already.
As in beats, and that's why I respect beat makers like to the fullest. You know what I mean? Any producer out there making their own music, man, like it's a whole nother world. Like, you just don't understand. So it's nothing but respect for my people that produce.
Yeah.
So it's just really, making sure like I'm hitting that story,
Right.
hearing it when it's in the beat, actually creating it while my flow is going on, or whatever I'm doing with my voice, and just making sure I stick with it. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I can get deteriorated when I keep trying and I don't know what to do. So
Right.
but like that's just a bad thing that I do, is just beat myself up on my writing, just because I just really try to do my best. You know what I mean? Which I do. I am currently looking for any writers out there who would like to go ahead
Oh
and write
wow.
for me. But I do want to continue to work on my writing, but I want to go ahead and give out the best quality that I can
Right.
with it. You know what I mean? So, but it's just a real grunt process. I get through with it fast, or I don't. You know what I mean?
Right. It's one
Or
of
it
those
might
things.
take a long time, or it might just take a few moments. You know what I mean? Like Fee, that y'all heard it like that just came together, and I was
Sure.
able to just lay it down. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like with songs like Firework, it took me a bit. You know what I mean? I had to really write that, and really like go back and erase a lot of things, and really get back into it, and it's just different with the song or the beat. So
Right. So let me ask, are you an instrumentation type of guy? Do you like live instruments? Like, how sometimes singers
love
perform with the band?
love live instruments, man. I feel like I'm at my prime with live instruments. I mean, I'm a I'm a live performer. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. I can record and stuff, but I'm more comfortable on stage. I'm more comfortable with a band, just really, it just brings out that ear that I can hear, you know what I mean? And it definitely helps. It's definitely different from recording in the studio where you get to have ample amount of times to go ahead and do it again,
Right.
or,
They got that
or
flexibility
go
to
ahead and go
play
back
with.
in there. Right, exactly. But with a band, you have to hear it. You know what I mean? You have to be in it with the bandmates. You know what I mean? So all of that definitely helps me when I'm performing. Just those live instruments and just really listening to them. I actually have a live version that's about to come out with a live version video
Right.
here shortly. So y'all look out for that. But it's night and day. You know what I mean? Like, it's completely night and day when I sing with a band and when I sing on the track. It's just a whole different feel, whole different vibe. So
You get that flexibility to play around with it, kind of like the Mario you was doing
Right.
earlier. So it's more
Right.
flexible with the band.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that's definitely dope right there. So they can look for that. You said coming next year, 2022.
Yeah, possibly 2022. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So all right, you got a lot of things going on. So we got Fee out right now. We got the video coming soon. Is there a project that you're going to be working on? Is it an EP? Is it an album or something that you're putting together?
I'm actually putting together an EP. It was a little held back, just different situations that came along. But I hope to be putting that out next year. I'm really working on the concept and trying to really show myself inside of it. I have a couple things that I want to get over. Not get over, but really just connect with people. I think I have a couple songs that will really connect and just really show what I'm about. So I'm just hoping that definitely comes through with the EP. So
Yeah. And that's the thing right there. So it's like, as you're building the EP, what direction is the EP going, and what can people expect?
So the direction that it's going right now is it's going as in funk trap. That's what it's that's where it's going towards the beats and everything that's on it. It's definitely a different type of feel than what I usually have done. It's still more into the R&B realm, a little bit more sensual also. So the women will definitely love it. But it's definitely a type of vibe that you can really get down with, and it's just chill. You know what I mean? Because I'm a chill guy, and so I really try to put that over in my music. So
yeah, it definitely works, and it definitely does come across in the music. All right, so we got that coming, and that's gonna be 2022 as well. The EP.
It should be from the way it's looking. I still have to write for a couple of the songs, but I already have the beats for them. But I just have to go ahead and write for the songs and then record them. So, and I want to make sure I record them in the best quality that I can. So,
Right, I definitely understand that. Do you have a title already for the project?
Not yet. Still trying to collect it all together. So I don't have a title for it yet. So.
All right, so it'll be coming down the road as it's coming. Y'all be sure to follow him so y'all can be in tune and know when the releases are coming. Right now, we have Fee out on all platforms. Video coming soon. Is there anything else that we might have missed so far on the interview before we get too far that people might need to know?
Not really.
Just
look out for that stuff. My boy D Diltz, actually, we have a couple of projects that I'm working with him on that he's actually about to release. He's actually about to release his EP, which I'm on his song Top of the World on that track. So definitely, if you're going to follow me, you got to follow my boy D Diltz Productions. He's definitely the GOAT when it comes to the beats, and also just creating music altogether. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate his artistry. You know what I mean? And what he's doing and how he's growing too. You know what I mean? So because it's all a long game. You know what I mean? It's all a long game. So he's really doing his thing, and he also has projects that I'm a part of that you guys can also listen to. So if you follow him, you'll be able to keep track with that stuff too.
Okay, so that makes sense right there. His name is D, the letter D, Dills, D-I-L-Z.
D-I-L-T-Z.
D-I-L-T-Z Productions.
And then D-I-L-T-Z. So that's what it is together.
Okay. All right. If nothing else, once the show is over, if you send it to my inbox, I'll pin it in the description for Facebook, and I'll pin it in the description on YouTube as well.
Yeah, cool. I'll definitely send that to you.
All right. So let me ask, down the road, as you do more releases, like when you get the video, maybe when the EP is done, would you come back on here and do it? Give us an update?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to. You know, I truly appreciate you. I love your vibe. You know, and this is a pretty cool show to me. You know, I've seen a couple of your other shows and everything.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I would definitely feel honored to come back on here and give an update. Hopefully, I'll have my tour in place by that time, so I'll be able to let y'all know on that. I also should have a lot more music coming out, especially when that EP comes out. If you would like to, I'll go ahead and premiere it on here, and you can go ahead and show people on here, and we can definitely make it a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that sounds good.
Yeah, definitely. But anytime, you know, we can go ahead and chop that in. So
yeah, that'd be dope right there. And I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Do you got any shout outs, anything you want to give at this point?
I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my wife. She is the main charge in my army. You feel what I'm saying? She's the queen to my king. You feel what I'm saying? So I always have to give honor to her. Also, I have to give honor to God. You know what I mean? And just really, he's a big thing in my life. So you know, I always got to do that. But also to all my family out there who has supported me, and I don't mean family as in my blood family. I mean, you know, the producers that I've worked with, the people that I network with. I always say your network is your net worth. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely. So shout out to all of them that has grown me into the artist that I am now today. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Without y'all, I would be nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So I got to give a shout out to all of them, and shout out to you too, because you definitely have provided, you know, me with something of an avenue to push my music. So I always appreciate you on that. And also shout out to my girl Naseem. Naseem is probably one of the hardest working people out here in the grind online. You feel me? So big shout out to her. And a big shout out to my boy D Dills. You know, we out here grinding with also my two other brothers, Two Music and Jay Nitz. You feel what I'm saying? We work very closely together when it comes to this music stuff, and they're always pushing me to be better in my life. So I truly appreciate my boys. You feel what I'm saying?
Salute to them. Salute to them as well. I also got to give a shout out to Samantha Lavelle. Lavelle, you know, one day she had, you know, Samantha Lavelle, she do the stories all the time. So she had Samantha. And I heard one of your records through Samantha Lavelle, and it was like, yo, who is that? And it's like, yo, when I first heard your voice, you have one of those distinctive voices where you don't sound like nobody else. So when I heard it, I'm like, yo, who is that? Yo, so then I got to see the video, and I'm like, yo, he's so talented already. So it's like a lot of indie artists, right? It's like the only thing that separates them is like because they're not on an FM station, or because they're not in front of everybody. But it's like the talent, like the creativity level in the indie world is so different because it's still from the heart. Whereas like in the mainstream, it's more machine. Like we popping out hits. Yeah,
exactly.
The indie stuff
But-
is more personal. So it's like when I
Yeah.
heard that, it was like, wow, like, yo. And I think it was around Valentine's Day. It was like one of those seasons.
Hey,
Yeah, it was one of those-
because hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all, look, you gotta revamp your songs.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You gotta revamp your songs. So, when Valentine's hit, I'm revamping it again. You know what I mean? I'm because it's fireworks, it's a lovemaking song. You know what I mean? Like, that's the time to go ahead and do it. And that's definitely why, marketing matters right there. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, marketing matters. Because it was like that's that atmosphere, that time of the year. You're already in the feelings. You already love is in the air. And it was like, yo, so I'm watching the video for that.
Yeah.
Like the way you put it together, everything connected, the lyrics was there. So I automatically thought, like, yo, you're on a main label, like a major label, everything, like the production, it looks like, yo, it's polished. It's really polished. It's really polished. So it's like when I'm looking from the outside in, I'm like, yo, who is this? Is like this the new, whoever, you know what I mean? Because it sounds like the stuff you hear on the radio, and that's where it goes back to, like you said, high quality, having good quality.
High quality.
That's
what it is, bro. Because at the end of the day, when you see that, just like you said, like you didn't know, you know what I mean? You don't know. Right. But if you have the quality like that and you're able to put it out there, that song looked like one of them songs back in 2010. You feel what I'm saying?
That's one of those ones we grabbing the air when they was grabbing the air stuff back then. So that's a classic right there. I definitely like the new stuff as well. So that's the thing. It's like, yo, you one of those artists where it's like, yo, you have a passion. You're not just making records to make records, and you're investing in yourself, and it shows. It's like that separates a hobby is somebody who's just doing it versus somebody because like you said, they wouldn't know. Like when I'm looking, I didn't know. It's like, so you're competing now on a whole different level. It's like, yo, it's like that stamp. It's like, yo, if you don't believe in your stuff, who's gonna believe in it? And it's like, so when you do invest and people hear that, like, yo, his stuff don't sound like everybody else. It may be indie artists or people in the city, but it's like it don't sound the same. You sound more like the Drakes and the Trey Songs and people that's in the actual big studios. So it's like that,
and that's what you got to do. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all an image. If your image is not there, and people are not going to take you seriously. You know what I mean? And I'm a big person on taking me seriously. Because most of my life I wasn't. Like I'm a big guy. People did not take me seriously with singing. You know what I mean? They think I need to be on the field or something. You feel what I'm saying? That's it.
Yo, being 6'7", right? So when you come in there, and the thing is, like, yo, you have range. So it's like you can sing soprano, you can sing tenor, you can sing alto. So like when people, what's a misconception when people may have about you? Because like you say, you're a big guy, you're 6'7", almost 400 pounds. Nobody's thinking, yo, you about to come up here and serenade. It's like, yo, like you can get on American Idol or somewhere and turn it up.
Right. Pretty much, you know what I mean? Because they're like, everybody's so focused on how big I am. You feel what I'm saying? And I use that to my advantage. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I talk the way I talk. That's why I, have the vibe that I do have. It's because of how dominant I am. You know what I mean? And how much I get attention already. You feel what I'm saying? So I have to dim myself down a little bit, talk a little differently. I have to talk a little lighter. You know what I mean? I'm not able to use my big boy voice, you feel what I'm saying? And really just like, come at somebody real hard. You feel what I'm saying? And they're not ready for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. And I have to, carry myself differently just because of how big I am, So when it comes to singing and, people don't, they're not ready for that. You feel what I'm saying? They're not ready for that.
They definitely, even if they know you can sing, they're not ready for the range. They're not ready for even on the end of the feet. No. When you go up in the rafters on them, it's like, so yo, people would definitely,
they're not ready for that high voice, and that's I feel like that's kind of like a signature for myself. You feel what I'm saying? That I'm able to do those different type of things. I'm able to implement that into my music, and I'm able to catch people off guard. You feel what I'm saying? That's something that I use as a tool for myself just because I'm already trained in it. You know what I mean? I'm already keen to what I can do. You feel me? So I just definitely try to lean into those things. So
you're definitely leaning into them, just like Kaseko and them boys back in the day when they was
Right.
A-Rod and them when they was hitting around the
Right.
park. So it's like, yo,
Right.
you keep leaning into it, and it's like, yo, I know that the sky's the limit because you keep coming
Right.
back, you're getting better and better, and like you said, that
Mhm.
high quality makes a difference. So it's like,
Definitely.
yo, you're doing everything right. You say you're learning, you're doing the end, you linked up with Jay Dukes and them. So it's like they're
Mhm.
putting you on the game and stuff like that. So it's like,
Yeah.
at the same time, it can only get better from here. And I got one more record I want to play before we go. Let me pull that up right quick while we're sitting here.
Cool.
Real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, definitely.
And that one, the next one I'm gonna play is gonna be The Season of Love.
Oh yes. So this is the one I'm going to do the live version of on this song. Season of Love. It's a little bit of a lengthy song, but it's definitely worth the ear. You feel what I'm saying? It's definitely worth the emotions that you would get from it. I actually did not write this song. So this definitely shows my versatility with, using another person's song and actually making it my own. That was definitely a beautiful song that I got from my homeboy David Rhodes. Y'all can definitely go ahead and check him out. He's located in Cali, but he definitely wrote a bomb song, and he really created something special. And yeah, so
Yeah, and that's the thing.
check it out.
It's another one of those ones right here. It's like, yeah, well, it puts you in the mood right here.
Right.
So again, before we jump to it, I want to thank everybody that tuned in, whether they watched the live or if they watched the playback. We definitely appreciate y'all. Be sure to check out PG Brown Music on Instagram and most social sites right there. Definitely Spotify, iTunes, Tidal. I'm pretty sure on all those platforms as well.
Right.
Fee out right now. Again, yo, I definitely want to.
And by the way, also, I know we're talking about new music that's out. So also go ahead and check out the new album of Life of Baby S. I do have 2 features that I have on there. He has a feature with Snoop Dogg on there, and a different other type of people that are from the West Coast. So y'all please go ahead and check out them. Because it was an awesome placement that I got, and you guys should definitely go ahead and check it out. It's doing numbers right now, and very proud of that project. So,
and it's called The Life of. Say it again one more time.
The Life of Baby S.
The Life of Baby S.
Yeah, and I have 2 features on there. So y'all please go ahead and check that out. Give it a listen. And hey, come tell me what y'all think. I'm always down with people just coming and let me know what they think of my music. So just hit me up in my inbox. So
yeah, that's dope right there. Again, yo, they can reach you on Facebook at Jamal PG Brown.
They can reach me there. They can reach me on my main page at PG Brown on Facebook. You can also reach me at PG Brown Music on Instagram. So
on Instagram. All right. I definitely tap in right there. Again, you're very talented brother, vocalist, singer, songwriter. And the thing about it is professional.
Yes,
some
sir.
singers out there, but you're a professional singer right there.
Yes, sir.
Like
and that's very, very strong, word to use. You feel what I'm saying? Actually, my wife had to make me see that. You feel what I'm saying? What it meant to be a professional. That's why I love her so much. She just really challenged me with that. Are you really a professional? You feel what I'm saying? Right. So, guys out there, whoever is an artist that's listening to this, ask yourself that. You feel what I'm saying? Are you really a professional? Are you really doing the things that you need to do as an artist and as your business to grow it? So.
That's real right there. And that's definitely real right there. You always want to invest in yourself and put your best foot forward. Because again, you never know who's watching. You never know an investor, somebody that may be looking for some money. They may have money to invest in somebody like, yo, I see what you're doing. But if you're not prepared, and you may talk a good game, but it's like, yo, you kind of unprofessional over there. You may not have the talent. You don't put the work in. So it's like being ready so that you don't have to get ready is what the old
come on, you better say that.
Ready. So,
that's what the old folks say.
That's what the old folks used to say. And that's the thing right now. I'm pretty confident listening to your music, talking to you, that if the opportunity arose, you would be ready.
Oh,
The door
so
open,
ready.
I'm pretty sure you'll be ready to go through it. Yeah, and that's the
So
thing.
ready.
So let me ask you,
So
okay,
ready.
back in the day when you first started the choir, when they rejected you, did you ever think you'd be here today?
Yes,
Wow.
I did.
Wow.
Because and it's a little different. It's a little different because I wouldn't expect myself to be in this position, you know, like as
Right.
that young, you know what I mean? But I always knew, you
Right.
know what I mean? It was never a question about it that I wanted to do this. You feel what I'm saying? It was never a question about, oh, do I really want to do that, or is this a or is this just a phase? It was never a phase for me. It was a continuing thing that I would battle with my own family about,
Right.
that this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? And nobody could stop me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then once I found out with my grandmother that she was heavy into music, and knowing the records that she had done back in the day that popped off, and
Right.
I didn't know till I was like older, and then she died, and then I wasn't able to really indulge in that stuff. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I always knew. It was just never a thought in my mind that this is not something I just don't want to do, either if it was going through theater or going through musical theater, or doing different things. You know what I mean? Vocally wise, strong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Always stayed strong, always created my own worth in that way. You know what I mean? So when people would know Jamal,
Right.
they knew that I singed. You know what I mean?
Right.
They knew that Jamal was always singing. When I would go out in public, I would be singing in the grocery store. You feel what I'm saying? I would be the one. If I was at work, everybody knew I sung something. You know what I mean? Like literally when I was at Walmart, when I used to work at Walmart, I even have a video of this. I was singing in the buggy little carrier thing.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I was up in there singing what's this song? I apologize. Yeah. By Anita Baker. If anybody know that.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
definitely.
I'm up in there singing it. You feel what I'm saying? Getting recorded. Because I always knew. You feel what I'm saying? I always knew that this is something that I wanted to do. I always knew that this is my passion. You feel what I'm saying? And nobody could take it away. You feel what I'm saying? And no matter what, that's why it's been freaking 15 years since I've been doing this. You know what I mean? Just because I've never stopped.
Right.
So.
Right. And that's the thing, like you said, never giving up on yourself, being determined and knowing back then, like, yo, one day I'm going to be here. You had your vision, you stayed focused to the vision, then stayed true to your mission. So now you said 15 years?
15 years. Yeah. Just about. Yeah.
15 years later.
I'm 29 now. Yep. About 15 years of me really just doing it, just really pushing it, really listening to them songs over and over again, learning German music. Like I just don't know, like doing ballet. You feel what I'm saying? Like I did ballet. All that stuff, just so I can do what I love to do. You feel what I'm saying? Just so I can learn and create my own worth. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I've always been trying to do, is just create my worth from what I love to do. You know what I mean? Because it is just a love that I have. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm going to do it either way, if people like it or not. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
And that's the thing. So, all right, 15 years later, how does this moment feel for you? See how far you came from back then to being rejected to how far you've come now. How does that feel to you?
It feels humbling in a way. Just because I still went and did it. You know what I mean? I still went for it even though it was denied for me. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I feel like I would be a way stronger singer if I started in church. I feel like I would be a completely different type of singer if I started in church. But, you know, that didn't stop me. You know what I mean? So that just gives me a humble feeling like, okay, I was able to do this even without somebody just saying I was good. You know what I'm saying? Just I was still doing it even though I was failing. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's just really all it is. Like, I knew I wanted to do it. I knew that I might fail. I knew there was things that I had to go through to do it. You know what I mean? But I went through it, and it's a humbling experience. You know, a very humbling experience.
He made it through, and that's the thing right there. It's like, yeah, so even like Michael Jordan, he said he got cut his college year of basketball. He wanted to be the greatest of all time. So it's like those are some of them things where those moments where adversity comes, and adversity is either gonna make you give up, like it's too hard, or it's gonna prove how bad do you want it. And it's like, yeah, so it's
just like Michael. Michael went from playing basketball to going to the MLF or whatever it's called. MLB. Yeah. So playing baseball. You feel what I'm saying? So like if he can do it, I know I can do it.
Right.
I know somebody else can do it. It just really is on how much you love that. You feel what I'm saying? For Michael, it was something that he wanted to do athletically. You know what I mean? He wanted to continue to keep doing that. Right. You know, even though he failed. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing for me. I just want to continue to keep doing this. You know, even though I might fail, even though I might go through 20 different avenues to go ahead and succeed. Right. You feel what I'm saying? You know, especially since I know I'm doing it correctly.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know for sure that this is the way I need to go. Right. You feel me? And nothing, especially now, you know what I mean? Nothing's going to stop me. Right. You know what I mean? And just really pushing it, really being humble, you know, really accepting what happens. You know what I mean? It definitely is a humbling experience. And I just wish that for any other artist. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I try to give as much information. If, you know, any artist can hit me up. And I wish I wasn't so intimidating to other artists, because I am. You know, people are intimidated to even talk to me just because of how high quality my stuff is, and you know how, you know, just really big I'm already am. You know what I mean? Just like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about, you know, what my numbers are or followers or anything. I already got it. You know what I mean? So it's like the fact of, dang, he's already there. Like, should I really mess with him? And I wish artists didn't think that way. You feel what I'm saying? I just try to make my money, for one. You know, if we get in a business situation, I'm still trying to make my money. But also, if you just want to talk to me, I'm going to be talking to somebody. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be an asshole. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be just a regular person. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to be, I'm on the grind too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and it's as simple as that. And I'm willing to help anybody. You feel me? So
that's the thing right there. You don't find many people right there that know and turn around and help other people. So again, artists tap in. Be sure to hit them up on social media. Like you said, if you want to do features, you can do business. You might have a question. He says he's willing to answer questions. And you don't find that, especially with people with that talent like that. And like you said, knowing the business, having the high quality stuff. So that means you can help other people. Like, okay, I like what you're doing with your sound. You can fix this. Help them go to another level again. So I definitely appreciate you. Yo, we got Seasons coming up. Yo, who produced the Seasons of Love?
So the producer that produced this was actually my boy Rue Made It. Rue Made It. He's actually a beat maker, but he went ahead and hit the final mix on it and everything, and mastered it. And also D Dilts. He was also a co-director on that one, with just making sure that it got recorded. He was the recording person on that one. So the guys really did a great job with working together and making sure it was a good project. that was put out. So
that's dope right there. So we're gonna jump into that one again.
yeah.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is the Proof in the Pudding podcast show. I go by the name of Sion. We want to thank everybody, whether you watched the live or you watched us on the playback. We definitely appreciate everybody that tapped in. PG Brown Music. Y'all be sure to hit him up on all platforms. This right here is the season of love. And again, we thank y'all. Everybody be safe this week, prosper, and be blessed. And we love y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
Love you.
All right. Hold up. Let me get it. We ready.
It's a season, it's a season, it's a season, season of love. It's a season, it's a season, it's a season, season of love. Love is for tonight, and on the table there's a candle lit. The stars are shining bright upon your skin, and I can't handle it. Romance's in the air, so heavy that it takes our breath away. Emotions flow and break the levee. I can hear your body say, come now, take heed. I'm ready to receive, give you what you need. I lose my mind, I don't know what to do when I'm feeling you. Though at times I've tried, I just can't seem to hide what I feel inside. Winter, summer, fall, don't matter much at all. 'Cause it's a season of love. Yeah. Let it do what it do whenever I'm with you. It's a season of love. Yeah. Let it do what it do as long as I'm with you. It's a season of love. When we wake up and you bring that morning love to me. No clothes, no jewels, no makeup, only natural beauty next to me. We're caught up in the moment just to find ourselves in overload. Desires casting spells upon us, bliss is ready to explode. Come now, take heed, I'm ready to receive. Give